This story is titled Remnants. South Sudan, war-torn, on the brink of ruin. Brutal civil war has engulfed the country. Sudan has splintered into two factions, the government and the rebel forces. Both sides fight for supremacy over their native land. The African continent has known violence, war, and famine for centuries. It can be a cruel and inhospitable land to those not conditioned for war. Many casualties of war have often included children. This war is no different. Over 9,000 children have been forcefully recruited to aid the rebellion against South Sudan's current political regime. All-out war has broken out between the insurgents and the political power trying to gain total dominion over the region. Each camp has become infested with so-called idealists that don't believe in the cause they're fighting for. And as a result, mutinies have emerged. The dead are everywhere. Buildings are abandoned and bullet casings litter the streets. This is Juba, an urban battlefield. Among the combatants, Salim, an 8-year-old boy who has been stripped of his innocence and now fights in a war he should have never been a part of. Salim, raise your rifle and fight for Senghor. An older male with a bandana covering his face screams. I had no choice. I did what I was asked and never questioned my orders. If it was their will, then I would kill. Senghor, meaning descendant of the gods, was a self-imposed title our leader had given himself. He was my family, and so was my rifle. Salim stated in a cold, shallow tone. His rifle had become an extension of his biology. The sight of death didn't shock the boy, and he had become immune to the horrors of war. Life was expendable, and his humanity was unaccounted for. His now apathetic nature prompted him to open fire into a crowd of militia without a second thought. The bodies plummeted as each was riddled with bullets. A few yards away, an armed soldier locked the boy in his sights and fired. Kashka was the last word the boy muttered before a bullet dug itself into his chest cavity, penetrating his heart. This was the inevitable end for all children of war. Saturday, March 27th, 2:30 p.m., 1 year prior. The rebels were preparing to raid a village near the capital city of Juba. Their intentions were clear: kill the opposition and recruit. These unsuspecting villagers were not hardened for war, and were unaware of the forces that lurked nearby. Every rebel was armed with a Kalashnikov, better known as the AK-47 assault rifle. Grenades lined their belts and their ammunition pouches overflowed with unexpended rounds. African heat can be torturous, and that particular day proved no different. The rebel forces began to load in their pickup trucks, outfitted with machine guns and doubled up on a handful of dirt bikes. They sped off into the horizon. They began to chant as one cohesive unit. Those who oppose us shall be crushed. We will rain bullets on our enemies.